Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. A human being is part of a whole called by us the universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Once you stop learning, you start dying. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? If the facts don't fit the theory, change the facts. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Solitude is painful when one is young, but delightful when one is more mature. Information is not knowledge. The only source of knowledge is experience. You need experience to gain wisdom. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Memory is deceptive because it is colored by today's events. I think and think for months and years. 99 times the conclusion is false. The 100th time I am right. Logic can take you from point A to point B, but imagination can take you anywhere. Several well-known quotes by Albert Einstein. Imagination is more important than knowledge. For knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. The only source of knowledge is experience. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. I never teach my pupils. I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they can learn. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. I believe in intuitions and inspirations. I sometimes feel that I am right. I do not know that I am. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. It has become appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity.